Asha, DJ got us falling in love. A shade past 10. The good ladies from Ummeed are here. We're going to be talking about World Autism Awareness Day, which incidentally is today.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Hello, Gopika Kapoor. How are you?
Good morning, Hrishi.
Hi, Bhavna Faizullah boy. How are you?
Good morning. Very
Wonderful
well,
to see you. We'll start with you, Gopika. What really is WAAD, World Autism Awareness Day, which is today, the 2nd of April?
So, World Autism Awareness Day, which is April 2nd, is a day that has been declared by the UN to spread awareness about autism. Autism is, for those of you who don't know, a neurodevelopmental condition. Neuro means it affects the workings of the brain. Developmental means that it affects the development of the child. Kids who have autism have a lot of difficulty with communication, they have difficulty making friends, they have difficulty with social interactions, and this is what makes them different. And what WAD, or World Autism Awareness Day, does is it raises awareness about autism, because the numbers of kids and people with autism are staggering, and they're only going up and up and up every year. So we really, really need to raise this awareness.
How do you know if your child has a condition, is autistic? Gopika, what are the first signs?
So one of the first signs that a lot of people would talk about would be a lack of eye contact. The child not speaking is something which is red flags. There are a lot of other red flags about it. And the first thing we would urge all parents who feel that there is a slight difference in the child would be to go and see a developmental pediatrician. We have developmental pediatricians at Ummeed, and they come when people come in, then they diagnose their children. So that's the first thing we would urge people to do, is to seek help.
Mm-hmm. So the Ummeed Child Development Center helps Mumbai light up blue for World Autism Awareness Day. Bhavna, how are you helping Mumbai light up blue?
Okay, so on World Autism Awareness Day, there is a global movement organized by this organization based in the US called Autism Speaks, and it's called the Light It Up Blue campaign. As part of this campaign, over 18,000 buildings across the globe light up blue. And we at Ummeed really want Mumbai to be part of this global initiative. So this year, we've got 13 landmarks to light up blue this evening between 7 to 10 p.m. 13 may be an unlucky number for some, but we think it's lucky for us because we've got quite a lovely representation between the Charkha at Cross Maidan, we have the CSMVS Museum, we have SR House, Express Towers, we have the BMC buildings, Jaslok Hospital, Jindal Mansion, the Kala Ghoda statue, Royal Opera House, Reliance Foundation Hospital, SRCC Hospital, and the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. We also have the store Jade on Pedder Road, which is lighting up blue.
So they have a blue window display at Jade, is that it?
That's right, yes.
Okay. And really, you want to underline the campaign theme for Ummeed for 2018. What really is that?
So our theme is 1 in 68 children has autism, identify, understand, support. And what we really want to do through our awareness campaign is, of course, first promote the awareness on autism. But the underlying theme is acceptance, inclusion, and support. Because as Gopika said, the numbers are staggering, and chances are that at some point you're going to encounter an individual with autism, and you must have that sensitivity and learn and understand how to interact with that person.
Fair enough. DNCE Cake by the Ocean are back in a couple of minutes talking Ummeed Child Development Center as well as World Autism Awareness Day. DNCE Cake by the Ocean was streaming audio live across the nation on www.onecast.in. That's numeral 1cast.in. On radio sets on 94.3 on the FM band in Mumbai City, and statutory warning only if you're not driving. If you're in the backseat of a chauffeur-driven car, in the backseat of a radio taxi, at home or at office without a radio set, then we're streaming video live on facebook.com/radio1.mum. That's radio1.mum on Facebook. It's a special day. It's World Autism Awareness Day. Ummeed Child Development Center has organized an awareness campaign that includes lighting up iconic Mumbai landmarks. We're talking the Ceiling, Taj Mahal Hotel, Royal Opera House, Jaslok Hospital, Sipla House, just to name a few. And this is being lit up blue. More conversation with Bhavna as well as Gopika.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
So now let's look into the core issue, which is autism, and what Ummeed really does and how much you've developed over the years.
So, Ummeed Child Development Center was started 16 years ago by Dr. Vibha Krishnamurthy. She is a developmental pediatrician and she worked in Boston before she came back and realized that there's really nothing being done for kids who have developmental disabilities. And when we talk developmental disabilities, we are talking not just autism, but also cerebral palsy, mental retardation, as well as learning disabilities as well. So she started Ummeed 16 years ago, and today we started with a team of 4, and today we're a team of 80 plus, and we're really, really happy to be doing something for these kids because there's really not much out there.
So what kind of a team are we talking about? She briefly mentioned development pediatricians. Other than that, what is your battery of specialists?
So we have developmental pediatricians, we have occupational therapists, we have speech therapists, we've got physiotherapists, we've got special educators, counselors, and of course people like Bhavna who work on our communications and help us to raise awareness about these issues, which is very, very important.
Parents are also trained to deal with children with autism, with conditions, or is it just the children that you're working upon?
So we do a lot of parent training programs because we believe parents are the best therapists that their children can have. They are the experts on their children. And so we do a lot of parent training because they are around their kids a lot of the time. And we want to really, our mission is to empower parents so that they can understand, accept, and really work with their kids to help them reach their potential.
Mm-hmm. Now, what can we do? As individuals, Bhavna, what can we do to join this movement? I understand that you're lighting up all these buildings blue, and it's wonderful that you have active support. But as individuals, how can we support this?
So we want people to actually come forward, learn more about the developmental disability space and autism in particular. Visit our website, follow us on our social media channels, reach out. And we want people who work with children to reach out and see what they can do. We have a school outreach team at Ummeed that works with schools to try and build more inclusive cultures. And when we're looking at a number like 1 in 68, you are going to be dealing with children who are on the spectrum in schools. So that's what we really want. And on this day in particular, we'd love to invite everybody to go out there, look at the landmarks, wear blue, take a picture, share it on social media, and first really just get the word out there.
Okay, there's a website which is www.ummeed.org, and Ummeed is spelled with a double M, so it's UMMEED.org. CDC.Ummeed, that's Child Development Center, CDC.Ummeed, UMMEED. And you can also get in touch with them at their development center number, which is 624888100. I repeat, 624888100. And for those of you who are listening on other cities in other than Mumbai City on our online feed, obviously you put a 022 before that. We're going to take some messages and come back on World Autism Awareness Day with Gopika and Bhavna.
94.3 Radio 1.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
It's WAAD, World Autism Awareness Day, and I'm talking to the wonderful ladies from Ummeed, the Child Development Center. They work in the field of autism. It's Bhavna as well as Gopika. And Light It Up Blue is this wonderful campaign initiated by the international organization Autism Speaks. I'd just like to make a correction. The C-Link was lit up last year. And there's another one that I said, which was lit up last year.
Sipla House.
Yeah, C-Link and Sipla House were lit up last year. Correction. So please don't go to the C-Link expecting to see it blue. Neither Sipla House. The monuments that are going to be lit up blue are the Charkha sculpture at Cross Maidan, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, the museum, SR House, Express Towers, the BMC building, the headquarters, Jaslok Hospital, Jindal Mansion, Kala Ghoda Statue, Royal Opera House, Reliance Foundation Hospital, SRCC Hospital, and Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, and the stunning apparel store Jade on Pedder Road. What time can they expect to see these places go up in blue?
Between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. this
7
evening.
p.m. and 10 p.m. this evening. It's going to be a glorious sight, but do not forget the core issue, and the core issue is autism. Now, schooling for children with this condition, Gopika. Would you advise the child with autism to go to a regular school or to a special school?
So, Rishi, under RTE, every child should be able to go to a regular school. The question is, will the regular school accept and work with the child in the way that the child needs to, and also help them develop their potential? We found that there are some schools which are amazing. We have teachers and principals who are really dedicated and really want to help children get to where they can be, even if it's not at the level of what a neurotypical child in the classroom. However, we've also found that there are a lot of schools who do not have the acceptance, who expect the children to behave, to socialize in the way the other kids do, which these kids cannot do. It is just that they cannot do it. It's very, very difficult for them. And so there really, really is a need for inclusion in the true sense in schools today. So if a parent were to ask, should I put my child in a mainstream school or a special school? I would say it depends on the child. It depends on the child. It depends on the school which is close to the house and is willing to take the child, because no parent would want a child to go to school where they are not accepted and loved.
Yeah, and as part of this and through the year, you've been doing all these outreach programs, Bhavna.
That's right. And in fact, as part of our World Autism Awareness Day campaign, we're actually organizing a talk tomorrow at Bombay International School for the junior school section. So our team is going to go in and make a presentation and explain what World Autism Day is all about, what autism is all about, and more than that, that all of us are different and we need to be accepting of one another.
So let's go into the details of identify, understand and support. Since you said, Gopika, that on World Autism Awareness Day, these are the key ones, which is identify, understand and support. How can we identify, how can we understand and how can we support?
So like I said, in terms of identify, if parents do feel that there is something that is different about their child, what we'd really like them to do is to seek help, to seek to go to a professional, because we do know that early identification does mean early intervention, and early intervention makes a huge difference to the life of a child. In terms of understanding, there is a wonderful quote which I love, which Dr. Temple Grandin, who is almost like the spokesperson of the autism community worldwide, has said, where she said, "I'm different, not less." And it's the same thing with our kids. They're different, they're not less. Their brains are wired differently, but their feelings are the same as anyone else's. And so to really understand this and to look at the child behind the autism and see that and understand that even having one person with autism in a classroom, in a workplace, would make such a difference to the worldview of everybody who is in that space. I think Bhavna can tell us a little bit about the support.
Yeah, I like this line, and this is off a small file that the lady sent me. A child with autism who screams loudly in the mall, don't stare, don't reprimand, give him or her space. And I think that's really amazing. You want to add to that?
Yes, so what we actually want to do is reach out to parents of children who have neurotypical children and make them understand that you need to accept and tell your child to accept a child who's different. Reach out, try and make a friend, and I think it would enrich that child's life so much. I mean, I think it's beneficial, it's mutually beneficial to mix with children who are different.
So a child who has a meltdown, that is a sign that he's overwhelmed. Don't judge him, don't judge his parents, empathize, don't stigmatize. And a father struggling with a child misbehaving, quote unquote, on the streets, you think it's misbehaving, could be autism. So just be a little more compassionate. A kind smile really helps more than a judging look. Roxette, how do you do? Back in a couple of minutes. Roxette, how do you do? 10:33 in the morning. We're streaming audio live across the nation. www.onecast.in, numeral 1, cast.in. Only if you're not driving, statutory warning. We're streaming video live on Instagram at HRISHIKAY, and of course 94.3 on the FM band in your radio sets right here in Mumbai City. It's World Autism Awareness Day, and the wonderful ladies from Ummeed, Gopika and Bhavna, are here telling us about the various activities and of course the condition too.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
So Bhavna, your sign-off line, the importance of World Autism Awareness Day, and what are you hoping to achieve?
Okay, so at the risk of sounding cliche, what I want to say is let's all join together and truly shine a light on autism awareness, and let's make Mumbai City become a part of this global movement. And let's all just try and get together and accept and include and understand.
Lovely. Gopika, you're a mother of an autistic child, the child who has that condition. As a parent, what would you like to advise? And, speaking from experience, what would you like to advise parents whose children have the condition?
So honestly, Rishi, when you first get the diagnosis, it is a huge thing to deal with. It's devastating. And then as time goes on, you start to heal, and you realize that the autism is a part of the child. It doesn't make the child who he or she is. It's a part of the child. And you come to realize that, at least we've realized that we, in terms of my son, I love him because of his autism. It's difficult, it's challenging, it's not like it's a gift from God or something which is easy all the time and you love every aspect of it. No, it's very tough, it's very challenging. At times I want to pull my hair out, but the fact is it's what makes him who he is, and I love every bit of it. And I think accepting and really loving that part of the kid, the autistic part of the child, or the child which has autism, is what makes acceptance really real and helps you live your life.
7 continents, 142 countries, 18,602 buildings turn blue as part of the Light It Up Blue campaign. And this evening again in Mumbai City, there are going to be all these wonderful buildings that are going to be lit up blue. And please do go on to the website, which is ummeed.org. That's www.ummed.org. And it's also cdc.ummeed on Facebook. Thank you very much, Bhavna, for coming by. Cheers.
Thank you, Rishi.
Thank you, Gopika.
Thank you, Rishi. Thanks
Messages
for having us.
and back.
94.3 Radio 1.